How did you get involved?
Rhea Lana is my sister-in-law.
Oh, wow.
It is. And she said, "You want to try this?" And I said, "No." But when my last child went to kindergarten, I started it. So now we have 50 franchises all around the country.
So how does somebody, say, in California or somewhere, get started doing this?
Great question, because a girl who moved from Russellville just started a sale in High Desert, California this week. Wow. She was interested. She had shopped at my sale and consigned a long time and said, "I want to take this where I am." She has 5 kids. She said, "I'm going to do this." Applied and bought a franchise. And her sale's ending like today. I've been watching her all week. She's doing an amazing job. Nobody's ever heard of it. She had a great first event. Wow. Moms are the same everywhere.
Wow. Do you all have relationships with your franchisees?
Absolutely.
Do you know
yes,
pretty much all
we're good friends. I've worked for the company for a long time because I'm one of the older owners. I have franchise number 4. Okay. And so I used to train people and go to a lot of trainings, and I've been to Hawaii twice, which is a great work week. Okay. Even though I was in a mall selling children's clothes, but still. So we do know each other. Wow. We have a conference every year. No one understands our business but us. Accountants don't. Department of Labor doesn't. People who are renting us buildings, they don't understand. We're seasonal. Nobody understands, but we do. So we love to get together.
So when the initial idea came up with this, was it your sister's idea?
She did. She started it in her living room.
What did you think when she was starting? Did you understand it at first?
I did not have children when she started. Her 3 kids are just right older than mine. She has 3, and then my 3 were next. And but as soon as I had mine, I was like, I'm doing that. And so I traveled to Conway a lot when she was first starting. Very small sales forever. She started in her living room, then her garage. Then her husband said, "We're not doing this anymore in our living room and garage." And they started renting out really small spaces. And then just like all of us, just have grown and grown and grown.
Wow.
Yeah.
So once you had kids, though, you understood.
Absolutely. Because I was buying my own stuff. It's expensive. Yeah. Children's items are. And you want to dress your kids nice. When I started, you either bought boutique or Walmart stuff. And Walmart stuff fell apart then. It doesn't now. It's better. There's better quality. We have Targets now, and we have other places to buy, obviously online, but that's very new compared to this business. And so you couldn't afford to buy boutique for your kids if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you only had one income in your home, or a single parent. So Rhea Lana's met a lot of needs of a lot of people to get better clothes, but still for a good price. So it works for moms everywhere. That's why it's such a great business. The why is super important.
Yeah. So how does the business model work? People come in, and how do they approach you? How do they consign their clothes to you? Okay,
great question. One of the best parts of our business is one of our founders is very innovative. We had barcodes before people had computers in their home. Literally. Rhea Lana's husband is an engineer. He's a double engineering degree. And he was like, we're not going to keep writing these things down. We're going to do barcodes. She's like, no one has computers. There's computers at the bank, right? They weren't in the libraries. I mean, it makes it sound really old.
Just to give us some context.
I think we're about 28 years old now. 28. And
this
so
was late 90s.
It was. And so I would go work for Rhea Lana during check-in days. And so people would bring a handwritten list, red 2-piece outfit, size 5, price $5. Yes, goes half price. While they were hanging up their stuff in the store, I would type, because I was a good typer, very valuable. So I typed all these things. We printed it on some printers that were right here, and then we handed them their labels, and they did it. And so we were able to keep up with it. So it was, okay, nowadays, we have a free app on your phone. This is just a jump. You can say, 2-piece red outfit, Nike, size 8, price $8, discount, yes. And you can, so all the consigners, the families at home, enter their items online. When they're finished, it sends it to my computer, and I print all these barcodes. We have lots of label pickups. People pick up their barcodes, put them on their items, then they check them in. Next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we'll check in around 70,000 items and fill the store, and then we start selling them for a week.
Wow.
I know.
That's pretty insane, actually.
It's a crazy logistical business, but it serves thousands of families just in a punch. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, I've got one more question about the logistics end of it, because I'm really interested in that as a business owner. How did y'all develop that? It was her husband that developed that system, spearheaded it?
He did. And we're still using it. It's been updated, obviously, many times, but it's a barcode system, and every single item in our store will have the string tags you can buy, Walmart, Amazon, whatever. We sell a lot of them because Walmart can't keep up with 80,000 items, even in the River Valley. They're about the size of a quarter. And the labels are equivalent to an Avery 51 60. I mean, everybody knows that size, 30 labels on a page, and it fits there perfectly. And we've been doing it ever since. It's an amazing, we have a lot of support behind us to make it as smooth. And a lot of people do, garage sales have been around forever. And then people had church sales. And then people have had this kind of sale. But the innovation on ours makes it a little bit different. If you're selling at our store during the week, you can look at your app and see live your sales. You know exactly how much your check's going to be. Not only that, but you can come in and use that as consignor credit and pay for your stuff. A lot of families will do that. They'll wait, then they'll say, I've got $200, and they'll go and they'll spend that money. So basically they're trading seasons of clothes. It's a great American dream business, but works. It works.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And the consigners you have involved, do any of them, is it just regular families? Moms, dads?
It's all kinds of families.
Or is anyone doing this full time?
That's real interesting. I would say we have some professional consigners. They're people who like to go discount shopping in the cities or online or whatever in the cities. You know what I mean by that. But or maybe they garage sale and they go find somebody who doesn't want to do Rhea Lana's and they buy all their stuff for 50 cents a piece. And so we have some people who come every single season with a lot of stuff their kids aren't wearing. But they know that it's a legitimate business, and we have a lot of guidelines, so those people can't dump on us. We're not taking trash in. We're not going to take their garbage bag full of stuff. They got to have it hung. They got to have the tag on it. It needs to be clean. It needs to smell good. Those kind of things. So if they're willing to put the work in, then it could be, a part-time business. I'm not really driving people that way, but it could be. We have some people. We have people who travel around and hit several of our franchises. We have 13 in Arkansas. So we have some people, if our sales are different times, that will do several of them because maybe they can't work outside the home, but this is something they could do. So I probably wouldn't.
Yeah. So for the average family who's doing this, why do they do it? I understand why a little bit, but I'd like you to explain that.
Our average check last fall was $486. Okay, and people have 6 kids, people have 1 kid. Okay, children's items are expensive, new items, and everybody today is watching their income, right? They watch it come in, and they want to have money at the end of the month, right? But your kids they grow weird, they grow in spikes. You go take them because they say their shoes are too small, and they're 2 sizes different. I mean, and you feel like a bad parent. I've been there. So when you can come to Rhea Lana's, you can get your kids in a size 5 shoe. You can get some 5s, and you can get some 6s, and maybe 1 7 because it's $4 or $5, and you're like, a pair of Crocs? I'm going to definitely get those because they may not wear them now, but in 6 months, you never know if they're going to grow. And so another thing is kids are pickier. They have access to everything. So you buy them all these, short, and now long shorts, and they've got all these clothes they didn't wear. So now they've got basically what I call a money pile at home. And so for them, a lot of people, it's interesting. Some people are consigners and shoppers. Some people just sell. They don't want to wear used clothes, or they don't want to come shop a big sale. That's fine. I love it. They go buy new stuff, then they sell it with us. Now we've got almost new stuff. So you've got your consignor. A shopper can stretch their budget. And if you've got 2 kids and you come spend, let's say $150 on each, you bought $300 worth of clothes. That's value is probably $600. I mean, because you're getting it for less than half price. And so that's a lot of money saved.
Wow. Yeah. I can definitely see that.
Right.
And during the event, how many days does the event last?
We are open 6 days for our public sale, 2 days for a pre-sale, which is like you get a ticket and you get to shop first. It's exciting. They're
How do you
free.
get a ticket?
They're free and paid tickets. Okay. They're online. We use Eventbrite so people can go get them. We're almost sold out of our first tier. Like, people like to shop first. You buy one, you can bring a friend. And so that's pre-sale weekend. It's just kind of Disney for mom. Not Black Friday, but Disney for moms. They love that. And so we've got pre-sale weekend, but then we're open to the public. No tickets needed, no admission price, nothing. Monday through Saturday. And then we return all the items that are unsold to the consigners, or, I love this part, the items that they choose to donate, we give to multiple charities, ministries, elementary schools, pregnancy help centers. And so we actually fill the closets of a lot of our local places who are helping families. And they love it because they're getting something nice on a hanger. Now, it may be left because they overpriced it. It may be left because it had a little hole in it we missed, or a stain or something. But a lot of times, it's just that we have so much volume that we're in, and our consigners trust us so much that they donate so many items. We're giving away at the end of our sale 13,000 items. Shoes, toys, books, games, clothes, everything. Because people trust us. I have a donations coordinator who's amazing and has contacts all over the River Valley because she knows this new pregnancy help center pop-up in Morrilton needs something. She knows that the elementary schools' closets are empty in the rural schools. She knows that, and so she helps them because she contacts them and she has relationships with them. Yeah.
How did you find somebody like that to join your business?
That's a great question. I have about 90 employees every season. And I have a leadership team of about 18 ladies, and they've been with me a long time. And they all have little special things that they lead. They're good at something. Crystal has a heart for this, and she's always kind of helped me. And I said, Crystal, you want to be in charge of donations? And she goes, I would love that. And she'll meet them for lunch and say, what are your real needs? And now we can't meet every need. And the day after our sale, I own nothing. I do not bring anything to my home. We're done. Somebody's house will burn down. They'll say, do you have boy size? I don't have anything that day. But what I say is, hey, here's where we gave our things. You go call Johnson County Youth Coalition. You go call maybe the Salvation Army. That's a place we've given to before. Places that they don't sell their things. They give them away for free. So we say, go there because we know we gave them a lot of those things.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So how many events do you do a year?
2. We do a spring and summer and a fall and winter.
And 80,000 items roughly in each event.
Fall has more. Jeans and sweaters and hoodies last longer. That's my theory. Okay. So we'll have 70,000 probably in the spring, this sale, and we'll have 80 to 83, 84 has been my high in the fall and winter. Our biggest problem at Rhea Lana's is finding a space big enough for us.
How's it been going over at the Old Fred's? That's where y'all are.
We're making it work.
Now?
We're making it work. And as a matter of fact, we're in 2 stores. And then we combine midweek. But, one of those stores isn't big enough for us. So we need about 25,000 square feet. I could probably fit it in 23. But the economy's good in Russellville, no matter what people say. And the buildings are full. I know this because I've been to all of them. So we really have trouble finding a spot. And that is our biggest challenge. And so people have been very gracious that we're in 2 stores. One time we were across the street. We used St. Mary's Fitness Center. And we hauled everything over there. We put all of our stuff over there. We have clothes and shoes, and then we say stuff. And that's the movies, books, games, baby equipment, baby gear, all of the costumes. We moved it all over there. So it was an expense on us, but it was wonderful to have such a place to do it. But it was hard on us too, because that's more people, more logistics, more rent, more marketing, the whole thing. But people are very gracious. They want to know where we are, and they will come find us. So it works.
Wow. Yeah, I'm really impressed. You've clearly... I wasn't aware of just what all went into an event like this. You hear about it, but you don't think about it that way.
Right.
90 people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of an extra. Many years ago when we started, we just used volunteers, and they would come work 1 4-hour shift, and they'd get an early shopping pass. And then when they'd work 2 shifts, and they'd get an earlier worker pass. And we did it for many years. And then we changed our policy about, I want to say 3 years ago. So now everyone's paid. They have to pay for their shop, that kind of thing. But I love giving jobs, part-time jobs. I have people who will walk over from military after a full day and come. I have teachers that'll come, many teachers that'll come and work. And they love it. It's not their normal. It's not with kids. It's adults only. And you're part of something bigger than yourself. You're hosting a really big event. We have fun.
Yeah. And do you have people coming back, those same 90 every year, you add on?
I have a great return on my employees. Everybody goes through seasons. I remember 2 of our girls last season didn't come. And I said, my lady who does most of my hiring for me, I said, Kathy, you need to text those girls. She goes, they're both pregnant. They text me. So they weren't coming back because they were having babies that year. But they'll be back. I know they will. They shopped with us. They just, so there is some turnover. I have a lot of grandmothers who shop for us, young grandmas who are just, they get after it, but they love it. And then they bring their grandkids shopping, or they get things and send them to their grandparents because they're at home. And it's just something they can do physically and fun. Again, they're part of something bigger than they were.
Do you find that most people in the community know about y'all and what you do?
It always surprises me who doesn't. We are mostly word of mouth marketing. I spend a lot on marketing. I have 10,000 postcards all over. We deliver them to every daycare, every preschool, we got them in elementary schools and in teachers' boxes. We have people who take them to businesses and stuff. It has our schedule. It has a pass. We got a QR code for our website and everything. that. I've done billboards. I have done, we do a lot of social media marketing, and people tell their friends about it, but you never know who doesn't know. And there are babies being born every day, is what I say, And so we have a special time on our pre-sale for moms to be. We love meeting them because we're going to be friends with them for 18 years. So we love our moms to be.
Absolutely. And how many shoppers do you have during your event? Have you calculated those numbers?
I know how many transactions we have. We have several thousand people who come through our store. A lot of people come every day. I know that sounds crazy, and they're embarrassed. I'm like, we're not keeping count. You all come on in. That's what I always say, because we don't care. The store is really full when we start, and if they came to pre-sale weekend, it's pretty busy. Again, Disney-ish. But if they come on Monday, there's a little bit less people. If they come on Tuesday, and we may have unearthed things. We have a restock day on Tuesday where consignors who have already registered and already brought stuff can bring more, because they go home and go, their child goes, these shoes don't fit. And they're like, I asked you for those last week, and they forgot to bring them. So they'll go and enter all their shoes and be able to resell them. Well, I've sold a lot of shoes. So we have restock on Tuesday. We'll have a whole new group of shoppers on Tuesday. The last 2 days of the sale are half price days. The consignors can choose, but any item that they choose to go half price, that's a deal. And so we have a lot of returning shoppers, but we have a whole new group of people who only come on half price days.
Interesting. So. And then I'm just thinking the logistics of that. I guess people scan with the app and it shows them what the price is on any particular item.
Well, no, every item has a tag on it. Mm-hmm. So if it has a red dot, it's not half price. Okay. And if it so they can tell by the tag. It's indicated on there if it will be half price. We don't take anything off the floor. It's not like we take the things that aren't half price, but they know, and we put up much signage. A dot is not, and that's what we say. And people who are coming that second day, they may find something that isn't half price. They may still buy it. It may still be a good deal, but they may be looking for half price. So
yeah. And what's been the most effective form of marketing for y'all so far? You said a lot of word of mouth is what it's been.
Yeah. It's different. It depends on who you're reaching. I would say word of mouth, because honestly, you could find my postcard, but if I invite you, you'll probably come. Or if I say, hey, you want to buy a ticket to pre-sale with me? You'll go, absolutely. I say, get a sitter, make sure somebody's home, and then we go together. That's fun. And so I would say, tell more, sell more. That's what I tell my consignors. Y'all need to tell are you telling your people? Because it's sale week, but some people may have forgotten. When we moved, we were at one location for about 6 years, and we moved to West Russellville. And people would drive over there and go, no, it's not Rhea Lana's time. And they just missed it because they weren't looking. People don't read emails as much. I do a lot of emails. They may not be on social media. If they missed it somehow, they didn't see a yard sign, they didn't see our billboard, or they didn't, whatever, that kind of thing, then they miss it. So I just say, hey, you need to tell your friends. It's sale week. It's sale week. So.
Absolutely. Well, this is the upcoming event, March 4th through 9th. Is the 9th a weekend?
It is. It's a Saturday, and we're open till 5 p.m.
Sure 5 p.m. every single day?
No, every day is almost different. You can see right on there. Mondays and Fridays, we're open late. We're open till 9 p.m. Because a lot of people, we have a lot of people who come from all over. And if they work in Danville, then they need to pick up their kids and drop them off at home. It still gives them time to come over. It's the first day and the first half price day. First public day and the first half price day, we're open till 9. Tuesday and Wednesday at 7. Thursday, we close early, but we have that half price pre-sale, which is the same as the other pre-sale, but people who have those tickets can shop early. So all the hours are posted. We post those a lot on our Facebook page. It's on the front of our website. It's easy to find.
Excellent. Would you go ahead and tell us your website and the best way, for someone to find the information that they need?
Absolutely. And I would say russellville.rhealana.com. Okay. Now, again, I told you we have 13 events in Arkansas. We've got one right down the road at Searcy, El Dorado, Mountain Home, Jonesboro. They want to find Russellville because all of our times may be different. Okay. But russellville.rhealana.com. I'm on Facebook, Rhea Lana's of Russellville. That's pretty easy. And I'm on there often. They can message me super easy. I answer all of the stuff. And there's a lot. I'll have many questions when we get done here, because people are like, when can I do this? And I want them to know this is a local business. I'm a mom. I want to answer those questions. I don't want anybody not to come because I didn't answer their question. So I'm pretty easy to find.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us on the podcast and sharing all of this. Everyone, this has been Jennifer Rogers with Rhea Lana's of Russellville. Do you have anything else you'd want to talk to us about?
Man, I love my business. And I want to say something. A lot of people think we're they kind of think we're the circus because we have so many events in Arkansas. They're like, where are you going to be next week? I'm like, at home, taking a nap. I mean, that's what I always say. But one of the things about our sale that people don't understand is that consigners are getting 65%. That means for every dollar spent, they get 65 cents. That 65 cents, which sounds little for a dollar, but that's not our minimum price or anything, is going into the pockets of a family. And that's a community event. You know what I'm saying? I have the risk. I pay the rent and the market and all these employees and stuff like that. But I love the fact that we have people who pick up those paychecks and say, thank you for having this sale. It gives me chill bumps even talking about it because I can see faces of people who go, I had a bill I need to pay, or I had an unexpected, or this is going to do Christmas this year, or we're making our first spring break trip ever, and thank you for having it. I love that. I don't care what they spend their money on. It's up to them. But I love being able to get this opportunity not only for people to sell, but to buy, and then even to work. So I love being part of our community.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I guess that's probably why you do all of this, really.
I do. At first, I did it because I couldn't afford. I have a lot of kids, and I couldn't afford nice clothes. And it was a fun way to get out of the house because I had a lot of kids. But now I do it for the people. I do. I really do. It's fun. And again, I do go home and rest afterwards because it's a lot of peopling. But it's super fun. And people need to come find us. We're over on West Russellville across from Millard Henry Clinic, and you'll see all the pink signs.
Okay. One more question for you as we wrap up. Is there a deadline for consigning?
Great question. And yes, there is, because we have to know how much we're going to expect. And it's tomorrow night. It's Friday night at midnight. And we're pretty good. Last year, we had to close off our database. And in the fall, we had to close our database about 4 or 5 days early. And people got left out because they had their money pile, but they just didn't get to entering it. And so in the spring, people kind of enter fast. I've got plenty of room. If you're a first-time consigner, you might get hung up on all the guidelines. I want you to hang it up. I want you to have the string tag. So you don't have to enter every single thing in your home. That's what I tell people. Just get a pile of your best stuff. Try us out, okay? And you could easily do that in the next 48 hours. You could try us out. Try the app. You could enter on your online using our drop-down windows. You could do it however. But people who have consigned with us before, they've got until Friday night at 11:59 p.m. is when I have to turn the database off. And that way they can get their labels, get it all ready, and then check in next week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure to go check this out. Thank you for coming on.
I loved it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.